After working in a restaurant for 6 months, we'd saved up enough money to travel the world again, and this time we're embarking on a 2-year adventure, the first 6 months of which were to be spent in Norway, where we were volunteering for the winter season. We based ourselves above the Arctic Circle in northern Norway and had 3 different locations set up for our time there.
2, 1.
In this video, I'll show you about our first 2 months, which were spent in the area called Sledding. We lived on the end of a jetty in this amazing apartment with the most insane view outside the window. During winter here, the sun doesn't rise above the horizon for about a month. However, it's not pitch black all the time. Between about 11 AM and 2 PM, the sky lightens up a bit and you actually end up with a sunrise and sunset that blend into one another and last for hours. Witnessing the Northern Lights was one of the main reasons we wanted to visit Norway in winter, and they didn't let us down. We had them dancing in the skies above us and could watch them from inside our house on really cold evenings. One of the things that actually excited me the most about living on the end of this jetty was the ferry that passed by twice a day, and it would come within about a metre of the jetty, and you could actually wave to all the people that were sat on the ferry while you were having breakfast. It was about a 20-minute walk to work every day along these icy roads, but we were sure to have beautiful colours above us every morning. Our actual job while volunteering here was to help renovate this old school in the village. Here's a glimpse into what it looked like inside the school. We were working downstairs in the basement, which was freezing cold, and our job was to paint and decorate the changing rooms, toilet blocks and shower rooms. We had a lot of freedom, so we could pick our days off when the weather was best, and we would go hiking and exploring the local area, which was stunning. We even found a sled one day, which was absolutely lethal along the icy track.
Lauren, extreme sledding on ice. Let go of the brake! Let go of the brake and steer!
The nearest town to us was an hour's drive away, so we headed there to do our first big food shop and check out the local area. We ended up stumbling across this amazing beach which had a cabin and a little fire pit to keep warm in. This is also where Craig captured the infamous photo of me and the sausage.
Welcome to Norway, guys. World's strongest competition. See if we can give it a go, shall we? Ready?
Don't throw it! Oh! Because we were living by the sea, it meant we had the Gulf Stream making temperatures a little bit warmer than inland Norway. So it would get down to about -10, however the wind chill could make it a hell of a lot colder. Our host took us on a couple of lovely boat trips to see the local area. The first of which was a very gentle day cruising around on the calm sea, past the islands and trying out some fishing. Oh, that would be scary to dive in, wouldn't it?
Forest for the fish.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see
halibut on the bottom also.
Our second boat trip, however, was a complete contrast to the first. This one was more of an adrenaline rush as we were pounding into the open sea on a super fast rib boat. We also plucked up the courage to do some winter stand-up paddleboarding. It was an absolute dream gliding across the calm waters. However, the first time we went didn't look like this. I didn't get much footage from that day because a crazy wind came out of nowhere. We had waves lapping over our board. We thought we were going to capsize and didn't know if we'd make it back in one piece. As you can see from this footage, it's idyllic paddling in calm weather. The water was so clear it looked like the Caribbean, but it was so cold that any splatters onto the board froze instantly. One of the last trips we did before we left this area was a drive inland where we could hike up a mountain summit. It was a lot tougher than we expected, with deep snow and then a sheer sheet of ice at the top.
We tried walking this way and it turned into a sheet of ice, so we tried this way and there it goes icy, so now we're trying third route. We're so close to the end, it's just there, but it's too dangerous that way.
It took a lot of effort and 3 different routes to try and work out a safe way to get up without slipping on the ice, but eventually we made it, and this is the view we had from the top. Heading back down was a lot easier because we could just sit on our bums and sled down. Oh! It's now been 2 months since we were in Sledding. When we first arrived, the sun wasn't coming above the horizon, and now it's up for almost 10 hours a day.
Stop it!
We'll be sad to leave this beautiful area, however it's time for us to head north a bit more and go to an adventure centre and guest house where we'll be volunteering for another 2 months.